Could we be witnessing the end of an era? Disney, a generational household name, seems to be on shaky ground. Today, we're taking a deep dive into what's actually happening, which has Wall Street analysts predicting a potential downfall. Orlando, Florida's Walt Disney World Resort, will employ an astounding 75,000 people by 2021. Amazingly, when the amusement park started in 1971, there were just 8,000 employees. It took over a year and a half to complete, and over 9,000 construction workers were involved. Since then, there have been numerous additions and construction projects at Disney World. Disney also keeps expanding its theme parks and renovating its current ones. However, as the corporation reached its third round of layoffs, the flagship streaming service of entertainment was in trouble. The Walt Disney Corporation lost 4 million subscribers in its second quarter, which concluded on April 1st. Moreover, the business recorded 157.8 million customers in Q2 2023, down from 161.8 million in the prior quarter. Look no further than Disney's results to comprehend the issues causing the largest media firms to struggle. The economics of streaming have significantly improved, but not quite quickly enough to counteract the sharp decreases in traditional television. Disney reported that its streaming losses for the most recent quarter came to $659 million, a significant decrease from last year's period, and a huge improvement from the $1.1 billion loss from October to December. A key indicator that investors constantly monitor, streaming revenue increased by 12%, showing a strong increase in revenue per paying Disney Plus customer. Disney still depends heavily on traditional TV channels for revenue, and those channels are suffering from cord-cutting, rising sports programming expenses, and advertiser reluctance. ESPN, Disney Channel, ABC, National Geographic, and FX were among Disney's linear networks that recorded operating profits of $1.8 billion, which shows a reduction of 35% from the prior year. Revenue decreased by 7%. The erosion of traditional television was described as a worrisome circumstance by Disney CEO Robert A., and Disney's stock dropped by more than 4% in after-hours trade. Is this a blip or the beginning of the end for Disney? Disney said that Hulu programming would be made available to Disney Plus members in the US as part of its push toward streaming profitability. According to Mr. Iger, the One App experience would be available by the end of the year. Hulu, which doesn't operate internationally, will remain a standalone product. Children and families are the primary target audience for Disney content. He added that more broadly based Hulu content would increase engagement and increase our opportunity in terms of serving digital ads, which helps in growing our advertising business. Disney announced that they would increase the cost of ad-free subscriptions to Disney Plus later this year to encourage more viewers to choose less expensive subscriptions that permit advertising, which would then enable Disney to raise the cost of advertising. Disney's most recent price increase occurred in December when the cost of ad-free subscriptions increased by 38% to $11 from the prior price. Disney controls 67% of Hulu and Comcast, the remaining 3%. Following a 2019 deal, Disney will soon have the chance to acquire Comcast, and it estimates start at around $9 billion. Mr. Iger said that Disney would prefer to make that purchase. Do you know that Disney's cable and TV business generates 43% of its revenue? We all thought that the major revenue source would be from their amusement parks, isn't it? However, Disney Plus subscriber counts have reduced over the past 6 months because Disney has pulled back on expensive subscriber acquisition efforts and marketing campaigns that try to persuade people to subscribe. Disney Plus now has 158 million subscribers worldwide, a 2% decline from December, with most of the loss coming from ultra-low-priced subscriptions in India. Disney Plus peaked with 164 million subscribers in October and had 231.3 million subscribers across Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus in the quarter, down from 234.7 million in December. Unlike most of its rivals, the company has a safety net in the shape of theme parks. As Disney resorts in Shanghai and Hong Kong eventually recovered from the epidemic, operating earnings in the company's parks, experiences, and products businesses increased by 22% to $2.2 billion. Moreover, the increase in visitors to Disneyland Paris that began with with the inauguration of an expansion with a Marvel theme last summer has continued. Both Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California saw a surge in visitors, while Florida's profitability was hurt by higher costs, such as the addition of a new roller coaster with a Tron. The firm reported that bookings for Disney Cruise Line were robust because of a recent fleet expansion. It was Disney's first complete quarter under Mr. Iger's second administration after his reappointment as CEO in November. He took over from Bob Chapek, who was fired by the board of directors after several errors, including the company's handling of divisive education legislation in Florida, a legal dispute with Governor Ron DeSantis about Disney World's future expansion, and supervision resulted from the consequences of the incident. Mr. Iger made a clear allusion to the dispute in Florida when he stated that the firm was evaluating where it makes the most sense to direct future investments for the construction of its theme parks. Before things got worse with Mr. DeSantis, Disney stated that last month it had set aside $17 billion for future Disney World expansion projects. Wall Street anticipated that the number of Disney Plus subscribers would increase by less than 1% during the quarter to 163.17 million customers. However, the service suffered a 2% drop in subscribers, going from 161.8 million as of December to 157.8 million. Most of these losses were caused by an 8% decrease in Disney Plus Hotstar subscribers in India. Additionally, another 600,000 more subscribers were lost. However, Disney's direct-to-consumer operating income losses were smaller than anticipated, coming in at $659 million for the quarter, in contrast to the $841 million loss that Street Account had predicted. The unit's revenue increased 12% to $5.51 billion due to the recent pricing increases. The business reported an increase in subscription income at Disney, where domestic users' average revenue per user increased 20% to $7.14. Moreover, the increase was countered by a 20% decline in Disney Plus Hotstar income, which reduced the global Disney Plus ARPU to just $4.44, below the $4.52 estimate made by Street Account. Disney said it would add Hulu content to its Disney Plus streaming app and increase the cost of its ad-free streaming subscription later this year. In addition, the business intends to remove more content from its streaming services, which it anticipates will result in an impairment charge of $1.5 billion to $1.8 billion. In the future, they intend to release less content. Revenue for the time for Disney's linear TV networks was $6.63 billion, a 7% decrease from last year. The corporation is also noticing repercussions from its writers' strike, such as the cancellation of the Disney Plus Star Wars series Andor and Marvel Studios' Blade, which were both scheduled to start filming in Atlanta next month. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but the story is far from over, as Disney faces the unprecedented challenge of potentially closing its retail division. There will surely be more to uncover in the coming weeks. We will be following the story closely to keep you informed. If you enjoyed the video and found it informative, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to keep up to date with this and other breaking stories. We'd love to hear from you. What do you think about the potential closure of Disney's retail division? Is it a temporary stumble or a sign of an ending era? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Until next